Biz uzoq kutgan kun.
To'xtang. Videoni o'tkazib o'tiramiz. Bizni ikkinchi mockimizga o'zi biz start berdik. Kuni e'lon qilindi. 2023-yil 26-mart kuni soat 8:00 ikkinchi mock boshlandi azizlar. Sizlarni registratsiyada kutib qolamiz. Bugundan registratsiya boshlangan azizlar. Joylarimiz soni cheklangan.
Стойте, не пропустите видео. Мы объявили наш новый МОК. Он начинается 2023 года, 26 марта, 8:00. Начинайте зарегистрироваться.
We are announced our second mock. Our second mock will be at 8 a.m. on 26 March in 2023 years. Process of registration has been started. You can register now.
Farzona muramtu bayno chi gufsas?
Mokushsiz.
Qayba?
Bizda ishdami martiba.
Soat chamba budas?
Ha shu 00 da.
Neye registratsiya tarshudagimi?
Ha, davlasash.
Ay muramtu ba gart marojni kiftim kim.
To'xtang, reklamani ichiga bitta reklama berib olaylik.
Ha, aytgancha, xuddi boyagidek eshitganlaringizdek, 2023-yil 26-martda soat 8:00 da mock ekzamenimizning ikkinchi bosqichi bo'lib o'tadi. Aytgancha, nima uchun men ham e'lon qilyapman buni?
Bizda C1 daraja olganlar har doim mockda keyingi mockimizni e'lon qiladi. Siz birinchi mockimizda C1 olganligingiz uchun o'quvchi bo'lsangiz ham e'lon qilyapsiz. O'sha narsasi uchun siz C1 olgansiz va shu C1 olganligingizni isbotlab berishingiz uchun siz ingliz tilida bu mockimizni e'lonini berishingiz kerak.
Thankfully,
I secured this C1 level here and under the pressure of our teacher, and I highly recommend you to prepare for all of your force and come along, get involved in our the following mock exam. Ha, aytgancha mockda online qatnashsa ham bo'ladi.
Albatta onlayn qatnashsa bo'ladi bemalol.
Darslarda xuddi shu mockga tayyorlanish uchun ingliz tilida qatnashsa bo'ladimi onlayn?
Albatta onlaynda nafaqat ingliz tili, barcha fanimizda bizlarda onlayn kurslarga qatnashish mumkin. Siz uyingizda o'tirib bizning darsimizga qatnashasiz.
Unda biz qayerdan topsak bo'ladi, nima qilish kerak?
Bu uchun siz mana bu manzillarimizga murojaat qilsangiz, telefon qilsangiz, sizga onlayn darslarimiz qay tartibda bo'lishini va mana bu saytlarimiz orqali siz ma'lumotga ega bo'lishingiz mumkin bo'ladi.
Unday bo'lsa, barchangizni mock ekzaminimizda kutamiz. Barchangizga C1 darajaga erishish nasib etsin, xuddi mendek.
Biz uzoq kutgan kun keldi azizlar.
Shuncha xabarlarni yozib bitta guruhga kiritaman, umuman begona ustoz bilan ishlaysizlar. Kerak bo'ladi. Kelishib oldigan, hamma o'zi meni o'quvchilarim o'zi qolganlarnikini B2man deyotganlarni o'zi men kiritib yubordim o'zi. Sen A1ga borishing kerak. Hello everybody, today you know that we have the mock at the beginning of the mock. You know the English language is very important in our life. That's why we have to pay attention learning English language before beginning the exam, and also we are preparing for the exam. If I'm not mistaken, after 2 months or after months or after a week. Hammaga assalomu alaykum deb qolamiz. Demak, biz mock ekzaminimizni boshlab turibmiz. Bilasiz, ingliz tili bu juda ham muhim fanlardan biri hisoblanadi. Bu butun dunyoni fani desam ham bo'ladi. Agar siz bu fanni o'rganadigan bo'lsangiz, bilingki, siz butun dunyosiz. Demak, bizlar haqiqiy ekzamindan oldin mock ekzaminni o'tkazyapmiz va o'sha ekzamindagi muhit o'sha joyda mana shu Education O'quv Markazida tashkil qilinyapti. Mock ekzaminiga kirish nima degani bu? Agar siz mock ekzaminiga kiradigan bo'lsangiz, bilingki, siz ekzaminda hech qanday qiyinchilikka uchramaysiz. Chunki 90% shart-sharoit shu yerda yaratilgan. Qanaqa ekzaminda holat bo'ladigan bo'lsa, bizda ham shunaqa. Yana bitta narsani eslatib o'taman. Kimdir balkim bir haftadan keyin, kimdir bir oydan keyin, kimdir 2 oydan keyin haqiqiy ekzaminga kirish mumkin. Mana shularga omad tilab qolamiz va bizning ekzaminimiz natijalari xudo xolasa 4 ish kunida chiqadi.
Well, now this is the exam process, and I think that those who are in exam process in mock IELTS or Cefr exam process, they are doing their best to show their ability, and this is just an opportunity for those people, for those students or learners to just show what they can do, and this is actually for those who can show their bestest. Salom hammaga. Hozirgi mockimiz ayni vaqtda mock jarayoni bo'lyapti va bu o'ylaymanki o'sha o'quvchilar uchun, imtihonga kirganlar uchun o'zlarini qobiliyatlarini, o'zlarini o'sha zo'r taraflarini ko'rsatish uchun bu bir imkoniyat hisoblanadi. Hammaga omad tilab qolaman.
Demak, bu mockimiz albatta yomg'ir bizlarda siylaydi degan umiddaman. Hozir yomg'ir yo'q. Agar adashmasam bu 20-chimi, 25-mockimiz bo'lyaptimi? Doim bizda yomg'ir bilan siylagan. Adashmasam bugun ham siylasa kerak yomg'ir bilan.
Yomg'ir yo'q, qor.
Demak, jarayonlar ketyapti, boshlandi. Biz nima deymiz o'sha kandidatlarga? Good luck deymiz, ha?
Omad.
Good luck.
Good luck.
O'shaning qog'oziga qaraymiz. Birinchidan ochishlaring mumkin. Sizlar beginner, ya'ni etude daraja bo'lganlaring uchun o'zbekcha tushuntirib beryapman. O'zi bu tushuntirib berilmaydi, bilasizlar, ha? Asosan B1, B2 darajaga yetganlaringdan keyin faqat ingliz tilida bo'ladi. Tushunarli, ha? Ochiladi. O'rtasida listening part 1 deb qo'yibdi. Bu yerda ko'radigan bo'lsalaring, savol yo'q, lekin javob bor. Mana o'rtada part 1. Savol yo'q, lekin javob bor. Savolni audiodan eshitasizlar. Qanday bo'ladi? Masalan, men sizga how are you desam, siz nima deysiz? How are you? Very well. Ko'rdingizmi? Javobingiz xato bo'ldi. Birinchi javobingiz. Bu yerda bo'lishi mumkin. I'm 18 years old. Yoshingiz masalan. I am fine bo'lishi mumkin. Yes of course degan javoblar bor. Siz meni bergan savolimga to'g'ri javob bera olishingiz kerak. Tushundingizmi? Qaysi javobni tanlar ekansiz? How are you desam? I am fine degan javob belgilaysan. Xuddi audioda ham o'shanday bo'ladi. Tushunarli, ha?
Number 1. Number 1.
Could you come back a little later? Could you come back a little later?
Number 2. Number 2.
Here's that DVD I borrowed from you. Here's that DVD I borrowed from you.
I think that everyone knows about how to deal with our test paper, yes? When it comes to our reading, so you should just use those strategies that have been told and have been teach, and so you may deal with this in this kind of tip way. And pay attention to your transferring point, because it is essential, it is necessary to transfer in a correct way. When you find all those answers correctly, but you don't transfer this, or you make some mistakes, then that would be incorrect. And also pay attention to the paper transfer sheet of listening and reading, because there is one sheet that one side is reading and one side is listening, and you should write listening answers to the listening and reading answers to the reading. And when it comes to your last part, your main test, last part of your main test, writing test, you should write task 2 to task 2 paper and task 1 to task 1 paper. In other ways, you may just stuck on the reading or listening or writing part. Remember those tips and tricks, those secrets that your teacher taught you. Okay? Do you know that you have 10 minutes to transfer your answers in the listening part, and you don't have any minute to transfer your answers in the reading part. That's why you should complete or finish your reading on time and transfer it in those given minutes. And for writing part also, don't write it in any other extra paper and then transfer it beautifully into your answer sheet, because their time is limited. Okay?
Sorry to be late. This club's a bit off the beaten track, isn't it? Thought I'd never find it.
You don't have an in-car satellite navigation system then?
A sat-nav? No, I don't. Though I suppose I should invest in one. I often have this sort of trouble. Getting to a town's a piece of cake, but after that, well, it's not so much the cost. My friends all have them and tell me the price is going down all the time. But electronic gadgets aren't my favourite things. Fine when they work, nightmare when they don't. A little black box could hardly have been less useful than my map today, though.
I wouldn't be without mine now. I won't try and blind you with science, but I do know quite a bit about satellites. The technology's amazing. Position can be pinpointed to within a metre. Of course, accuracy is down.
Hammaga salom. Hozir biz B2 va C1 darajalik participantlarning xonasining oldida turibmiz. Intervyuni bo'lgan men qilmayman. Kim qiladi? Miss Sabrina. Bugungi intervyularni shu Miss Sabrina olib boradilar. Va hozir ko'ramiz birinchi intervyular qay darajada kechadi. Ketdik.
My name is Sayurbek. Surname is Abdiyev.
Which skill are you doing?
I'm here writing task 1.
Task 1, okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
What is your name?
My name is Victor.
Okay. Which skill are you doing?
At the moment, I am going to make reading skills.
Okay. I wish you good luck.
Okay.
Assalomu alaykum.
Assalomu alaykum.
Ismingiz nima?
Muhiti.
Muhitdan qaysi taskni bajaryapsiz?
Writing task 2.
Task 2 qanday ekan? Qiyinmi, osonmi?
O'rtacha.
Qanday chiqadi deb o'ylaysiz?
B2 bo'ladi deb o'ylayapman.
Omad, charchamang. Assalomu alaykum.
Assalomu alaykum.
Ismingiz nima?
Jahongir.
Jahongir, qaysi partni bajaryapsiz?
Reading partman.
Reading part qanday? Qiyinligi qanaqa ekan?
Yaxshi. Unaqa o'zim darajamga mos.
Qanaqa natija bo'ladi deb o'ylayapsiz?
B1 chiqsa kerak deb niyat qilaman.
Omad, charchamang. Assalomu alaykum, teacher.
Assalomu alaykum.
Teacher, bu yerdagi o'quvchilarni darajasi qanaqa?
Darajasi B1 atrofida.
Mana shu atmosfera IELTS'nikida yoki Cefr'nikida bo'lyapti.
Haqiqiy real.
Mayli, omad, charchamang. Assalomu alaykum.
Assalomu alaykum.
Ismingiz nima?
Gulzoda.
Gulzoda, qaysi partni bajaryapsiz?
Reading department boshlayapman. Savollar qanaqa ekan? Qiyinmi? O'rtacha. Listeningni bajardik. Yaxshi bo'ldi. Readingni hol endi ishlab ko'raman. Haqiqiy imtihonda o'tirganday his qilyapsizmi o'zingiz? Albatta. Omad. Assalomu alaykum. Ismingiz nima?
Abror.
Qaysi partni bajaryapsiz?
Part 1. Part 2.
Savollar darajasi qanday ekan?
Yaxshi.
Omad, charchamang. Assalomu alaykum. Assalomu alaykum. Ismingiz nima? Mohinur. Mohinur, qaysi partni bajaryapsiz? Reading part 1. Savollar qanday ekan? Tushunarli. Yaxshi. Omad, charchamang. Assalomu alaykum. Teacher, bu xonadagi o'quvchilarning darajasi qanaqa?
Ivonaytu darajadagi o'quvchilar.
Imtihon sharoiti yaratib berildimi? Qanday o'ylaysiz?
Imtihon sharoiti yaratilgan ish.
Teacher, charchamang, omad.
Hello.
Hello.
And what is your name?
My name is O'quv.
Okay. Do you work in our center?
No, I don't work, but I just wanted to come here and to see the atmosphere.
Okay. Which level do you have?
I have a C1 certificate.
Oh. Do you like the condition of our mock
Yes,
exam?
of course. There is a good condition for mock exam.
Could you express about your impressions of our exam, mock exam?
Yes, there is a good condition for every student and good teachers, and also everything is ready on time.
Could you tell me your opinion about our mock exam?
Yes, of course, there is a good condition for every student, and I will recommend for everyone if they want to improve your knowledge and to get higher level, they should come here and improve your knowledge.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Salom.
Salom.
Ismingiz nima?
Asilbek.
Asilbek, yosh ko'rinasiz. Yoshingiz nechida?
13da.
Qolgan ishtirokchilardan eng yoshisiz siz. Lekin eng tez chiqdingiz. Buni sababi nimada?
Buning sababi shu sekretlarni o'qituvchilardan so'rab bilib olganman. Shuda sabablari.
Lekin qarang Asilbek, mock bo'ladimi yoki haqiqiy imtihonmi? Bunday tez chiqmasligingizni maslahat beraman. Chunki boshqa savollarni, ya'ni bilmagan savollaringizni ko'rib, mustahkamlab, to'g'rilarini belgilashingiz mumkin.
Bu shunchaki mock bo'lgani uchun erta chiqdim. Haqiqiy IELTS sifrlarda buni xatoni takrorlamayman.
Bo'lmasa sizga speakingga omad.
Rahmat.
Привет, Рузана.
Здравствуйте.
Ага. Так, как думаете про МОК?
Я думаю, что МОК прошел очень хорошо. У нас были все удобства для нас. Родитель создал все удобства для нашего этого теста МОКа. В начале урока нам принесли чай горячий, чтобы мы выпили. И МОК прошел очень хорошо.
Так, у меня еще интересный вопрос. Как думаете про экзаменер?
Экзаменеры нам помогали, как могли. В начале урока они все объясняли нам. Они как могли, что с них рук прошло, они все помогали нам. И учителя, экзаменеры все были хорошими и хорошо относились.
Как думаете, все экзаменеры знакомы для тебя?
Нет, я немногими знакома, но некоторых знаю, но эти я не знала, этих учителей.
Как думаете, скорость, левел, у тебя какой левел?
Который сейчас выйдет у
меня?
Да. Я надеюсь на C1, но B2.
Хорошо. Тогда вам удачи.
Спасибо большое.
Еще, если когда-то будет экзамен, я еще желаю C1.
Спасибо большое.
Hello.
Hi.
Do you work in our center?
No, I don't work in your center. I work in other center. I was just invited to take the test to help the other teachers.
Okay. Which level do you have?
I got C1 level last year.
Okay. Could you tell me your opinion about our mock exam?
Yeah, of course. The mock exam was held 2 hours ago approximately, and the exam was so great that I was astonished at the students' approach, because its atmosphere was so great, and there were 2 teachers around this other students, and we took all the mobile phones, gadgets, and we control, and it was like a real exam, and the exam was great.
Okay, thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Demak, omin. Boshlagan mockimiz yaxshi o'tsin. Speakingni ham mana kiryapsizlar. Hammaga kuch-quvvat. Avvalambor mana chetdan kelgan o'qituvchilarga kattakon rahmat Education O'quv Markazining nomidan va o'zimiz o'qituvchilarimizga ham, ustozlarimizga ham kattakon rahmat. Xuddi shu abituriyentlarimiz sizlardek natija qilish nasib qilsin, sizlardek institutlarga kirish nasib qilsin va sertifikatlar olish nasib qilsin va hammaga omad tilab qolaman, kuch-quvvat. Speakingimizni mana yaxshi o'tkazib olib, xudo xolasa 4 kun ichida javoblarni chiqaradigan bo'lib olishimiz kerak bo'ladi. Amin.
Are you ready?
Yes.
If you're ready, we will start.
Okay.
At first, I should ask your name. What is your name? Ruxana. Now we will start the speaking section. In this speaking section, before we start, I should explain you. I mean that what is required from you to speak in this section. There are 3 speaking sections, part 1, part 2, and part 3. In part 1, I will ask you about your daily life. And in this part 2 question, I will give you a topic to speak for 2 minutes. And when it comes to part 3 questions, I will ask you difficult questions to answer. Because I want from you to think English, in English. Let's talk about reading. Do you think, do people read more nowadays?
I don't think nowadays people read more because, you know, it's really like popular among people to use phones. Nowadays we can't like imagine our lives without phones. So now everybody is using phone and read the articles, everything on their phone, and paper-based newspapers, books isn't so much popular.
What is one example of traditional literature in your country?
Traditional literature?
Literature. The books that are written in your literature.
Okay. In my country, there are many like popular types of literature. For example, we have many poems that we learned by heart then when I was in school, and you know, also real stories from people's their own life. They are also popular.
Third one, do you like reading the traditional literature of your country?
Yeah, of course. I really like to learn poems by heart, first of all, and then I'm really interested in stories. So I love stories and I read them much more than anything else.
Now, as you see, we finished our part 1. Now I can move to our part 2 questions.
Okay.
Here you should talk about a beautiful city. You should talk about a beautiful city in your country. There are 4 key points that you should tell while you are speaking this for 2 minutes. Where it is, where your beautiful city, and how you came to know about this city, and when you plan to go there, and the last one, why you recommend this place for other people to go. Do you understand?
Okay.
Here, and you have 1 minute preparation time, and I'll tell you when to start and when to finish. If you're ready, we will start. Start speaking.
Okay. You know, there are so many beautiful cities in Uzbekistan, but the one that I really like is Tashkent city, and it's the capital of Uzbekistan. You know, the capital cities are the most attractive cities there. So why I choose this city? Because it is the most urbanized and modernized city, and it reaches in either like educational facilities and sports facilities, whatever you are interested in, you can find there in Tashkent. And my relatives live there, and we go to Tashkent every New Year, and I really love that city. I plan to go that city next year, and I want to go that city for my further education. After getting my IELTS certificate, then I want to teach students also in Tashkent. I'm planning it, and I recommend this place to everybody because, as I said before, it's a kind of city which provides all the facilities, whether study or entertainment, especially entertainment, especially for if you want to walk for somewhere with your friends or with your parents. It's the super duper best place to go.
Now you finished your part 2. Can you give back this question paper?
Yes, of course.
Now we will talk about part 3. Here, let's talk about traveling.
Traveling.
Where was the last place you visited on holidays?
The last place that I visited is Bukhara, and I visited last year with my course mates, and it was provided by my university, Silk Road International University, and we went there. We had a lot of fun there, and we took a lot of photos for memories, and after coming back, I recommend this place everybody to my family members and to my friends to go there.
And second, would you like to go back there again?
Yeah, of course. I really liked the city, and the thing that attracted me more is its ancient and historical monuments and statues and everything. Sightseeing places. Bukhara is really full of this kind of places, so I really love to come back.
And our final question, what kind of tourist places, primarily destinations, do you usually prefer to go? If you have the chance to choose whatever.
You mean the city?
Yes,
Something?
the tourist places to go.
So, there are millions of tourist destinations that tourists want to go, and the one that I really want to go is Singapore. I really love this destination, actually tourists don't go there for traveling. They go there for business spheres or for their educational spheres, and me too. I also want to go there from my studies for master's degree.
As you see, we have finished all of our part 3 questions. Now my turn is to give you feedback. I strive to give feedback in English. Your feedback is you have a lot of powerful sides to show you that you are a good speaker. Because you are being able to describe your opinion freely without some kind of having problems to speak that is related with the language. So that I'm saying that. But however, as no one is perfect, you have the drawbacks, you have the mistakes. Your mistakes are you are repeating your structure of your speaking. For example, the most things that I want to talk about, the most things that I'm attracted, this kind of phrases you are repeating. You should avoid that. You should try to never use that. And one more thing is that you are being natural. That is good. To be natural while speaking, that is good. It means you can get higher scores from speaking. And you should try to answer exactly to all questions. And you shouldn't make it long. 2 or 1 sentence for every question.
For part 3. So you mean?
Yeah, 2 or 3 sentences are enough. It shouldn't be too long. And my feedback is over, and we can finish our speaking section. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you too.
Are you ready?
Yes, of course.
If you're ready, I should write your name down. What is your name?
My name is Rosanna.
I got it. If you're ready, we will start from the speaking. Before we start, I should explain you what the speaking is. Ready? We will start from part 1 questions. Let's talk about lifestyle. What do you do in your free time?
Well, in my free time, I always draw, and it's my favorite hobby.
Do you have a busy social life?
Yes, of course. I have a busy social life, and every day I go to the school and I go English lessons or mathematics every day like this.
Has your life changed much in the last year?
My life, I can say, not changed not much. I can say I started go to the English lesson and mathematics lessons before I go only to school.
Now, as you see, we have finished our part 1 questions, and we can move to part 2 questions. Here, the topic is to describe an important decision that you have made. In this here, there are 4 key points that you should describe while you are speaking. The first one, what the decision was, and the second, why you made the choice, and third, who helped you make the choice, and the last one, explain why decision was so important to you. Before speaking, you need to prepare for 1 minute. If you are ready, we will start. You can start speaking.
Well, I am going to talk about the decision which I decided 1 year ago, and it was the decision about my future profession. It was I decided to be a lawyer, and it was so important to me. And in my opinion, it was a very important decision in my life. My mother helped to me to decide to be a lawyer, and I know it's a don't easy profession, but I will try very hard to be a lawyer, and I am very interested to be a lawyer, and in laws and government problems. It's very interesting, and in my opinion, it's a very good profession. The reason why I choose this profession is that my mother and my grandparents said me that it's a very good profession to me, and I will do this profession in the future, and I will help to people. That's all.
You finish it, right? Yeah. If you finish it, we can move to part 3 questions. In this part 3 questions, we will probably talk about history. Do you think history is important?
Yes, history is important because that everyone must know about themselves, countries.
About their countries?
Yeah.
What do you think we can learn by studying history?
We can learn about our ancients, how they lived, and
in the past,
and a lot of interesting things which happened in the past.
Do you think people can learn history from watching TV or TV programs?
Yes, of course. It will be easy, but if they will study seeing something or some interactions or touch something.
You mean if they learn something by watching, right?
Yeah, by watching it will be more better for them.
Now, as you see, we have finished all of our 3 parts in the speaking section, And now my turn is to give you feedback. I try to give you feedback in English, not Uzbek or Russian language, as we used to. Your feedback is, that's right that you speak well, because most of our candidates find it difficult to speak English a little bit, but you're trying, or you're being capable of describing your opinion well. But however, you are making minor difficulties or minor mistakes while you are speaking. For example, it takes you to think for a long time. You are finding difficult to think quickly. You should learn that, to think quickly. And then you can kind of improve your speaking. Or you are repeating the same words again and again. You should never repeat. You should have the large number of vocabulary to describe your speaking. And then the examiner will think that you are a high band scorer. And then examiner will put you good score that you wanted to take. My feedback is finished. I think that you can improve by practicing what I have said to you. That's all. Now you may go.
Thank you.
About the beautiful city in your country, you should say where it is, how you came to know about it, when you plan to go there, and explain why you recommend this place. I will repeat.
Yeah,
please repeat. Talk about a beautiful city in your country. You should say where it is, how you came to know about it, when you plan to go there, and explain why you recommend this place.
Okay.
You may start.
Will you give me time?
1 minute for preparation.
Okay.
Most of them, I like our family gatherings. What can you tell me about the place you live in? I can say that my place were built recently, and it is in the latest modern technology, and shape and design is also very good, and the environment is very excellent. Okay. Do you have a best friend? I have many friends, but if I should tell about my best friend, her name is Shafida. We are best friends from our school years. The next, do you like watching advertisements? Honestly speaking, I don't like watching advertisements. Because they are just a type of business, and when I'm searching for something, I don't like to see any advertisements. What kind of movies do you like? Well, I like romantic, fantastic, and scientific movies very much. But my favorite movie is Harry Potter. Do you listen to music? Of course, I like music very well, and I listen to English music for improving my listening and English skills. How important is the internet to you? How important is the internet to you? Honestly speaking, internet helps me a lot with my studies. When sometimes I couldn't find any definition of words or phrases, internet helps me a lot. And if I couldn't write any types of essays, it can help me a lot too. Okay, the second part. I will give you paper.
If you're ready, we will start our speaking. At first, I should ask your name. What is your name?
My full name is Yanayam.
I wrote them down. First, I should explain you what our speaking is. Do you understand? Now we will start from our part 1 questions. Let's talk about lifestyle. What do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I listen to music, or I cook some meals,
or walking. So I do like this.
To turn to part 2 questions. Here your topic of the part 2 question is to talk about a beautiful city in your country. Your time is up. You can start speaking.
Okay, by far the most memorable thing was traveling to Bukhara about 3 weeks, and what makes lands in Bukhara still unspoiled, so pristine, and is not transformed like most very big cities. Wonderful thing about Bukhara is historical monuments.
I'm really preferring private transportation. The chaos is private transportation is more comfortable than public transportation. But when I go to my education center, I prefer bus.
What kind of movies do you like?
In general, I'm crazy about fantasy movies, and I really like watch a film in a big screen with my friends or casual acquaintances, or go alone in the theater. And I really like Avengers.